A Canadian Magic the Gathering player? Well, this channel seems like it's going to be one wild ride. Hello everyone, Canadian MTG coming to you guys with a budget standard deck tech. And this is going to be Azorius. Now this deck tech is actually requested to me. I just took this idea from Kitty Cat's Supreme Overlord, and I found this deck pretty good. It goes $40 for the most expensive version of this deck. Otherwise, you can get it for under 20. Well, actually, I think it goes for under 30. I'm not sure if it's under 20, but anyways, we have 16 instant cards, 12 creatures, 6 enchantments, 24 lands, 2 sorceries, and maybe there's one card that's already in the main deck, so we don't need to go over it. Anyways, for instant cards, we have Anticipate, which is a 2-cost, 1 colorless, 1 blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So this allows you to pick cards that you would otherwise need for your deck. We got Clash of Wills, which is an X-cost blue mana, counter target spell unless its controller plays X. This card can be used just to, kind of counter off stuff, basically either get them to, pay mana, or you can pay a ridiculous amount and just completely wreck their day by getting rid of a card. We have 2 Dazzling Reflections, which is a 1 colorless, 1 white. You gain life equal to target creature's power. The next time that creature would deal damage this turn, prevent that damage. So you can, if your opponent is attacking with it, you can play this. You gain life to it, and then you don't take damage from it. So technically, it's pretty much a negate attack, but with benefits. We got 2 Disperses, so 1 colorless, 1 blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, pretty basic. 3 Immolating Glare, which is a 2-cost, 1 colorless, 1 white, destroy target attacking creature. So it kind of goes with like Dazzling Reflection, except destroy instead of heal. We got 2 Negates, which is a 2-cost, 1 colorless, 1 blue, counter target non-creature spell. Pretty basic, just can't stop creatures. And then 2 Ojutai's Command, which is a 4-cost, 2 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue, choose 2. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain 4 life, counter target creature spell, or draw a card. So this is probably one of your more expensive cards of the deck. Remember, you can put more expensive cards in here. It's, you don't have to keep a budget, but this is what I find a personally good budget deck. And so then we got 3 Eldrazi Displacers, which is a 3/3 for 3. So 2 colorless, 1 white, Devoid, and 2 colorless and Wasteland. Exile another target creature, then return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. We got 2 Harbinger of the Tides, which I want this card no matter what. It's a 2/2 for 2 blue. You may cast Harbinger of the Tides as though it had flash if you pay 2 more to cast it, so 4. When Harbinger of the Tides enters the battlefield, you may return target tapped creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So not really the greatest merfolk, but it is good in Standard right now until Origins is out. Then we got 2 Living Lore, which is an unknown for 4, so 3 colors, 1 blue. As Living Lore enters the battlefield, exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Living Lore's power and toughness are each equal to the exiled card's converted mana cost, and whenever Living Lore deals combat damage, you may sacrifice it. If you do, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So it's kind of a weird card. I always thought this was kind of an oddball. It's cool because it's a creature, but otherwise kind of weird, but it is a good card. Reflector Mage, so it's a 2/3 for 3, 1 colorless, 1 white, and 1 blue. When Reflector Mage enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That creature's owner can't cast spells with the same name as that creature until your next turn. And then 2 Wall of Resurgence, which is a 0/6 for 3, 2 colors, 1 white, Defender. When Wall of Resurgence enters the battlefield, you may put 3 1/1 counters on target land you control. If you do, that land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste that's still a land. So this gets your lands out there to, go and beat down your opponent. We got 2 Myth Realize, it's a 1 white, for whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a lore counter on Myth Realize. 2 colors, 1 white, put a lore counter on Myth Realize, and then 1 white. Until the end of turn, Myth Realize becomes a monk avatar creature in addition to its other types and gains. This creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lore counters on it. Then we got 2 Quarantine Field, which is a really cheap mythic. So it's 2x, 2 white. Quarantine Field enters the battlefield, X isolation counters on it. When Quarantine Field enters the battlefield, for each isolation counter on it, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Quarantine Field leaves the battlefield. So this just gets rid of stuff for a while. And then Stasis Snare, which is a 3-cost, 1 colorless, 2 white. Flash, when Stasis Snare enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until Stasis Snare leaves the battlefield, pardon me. So it's like Quarantine Field, but less, you know. Their lands are 4 holdout settlements, 9 island, 7 plains, 2 prairie streams, and 2 skyline cascades. And a sorcery is Eugen's Insight, so it's a 5-cost, 3 colors, 2 blue. Scry X, where X is the highest confirmed mana cost among permanents you control, then draw 3 cards. So, really good card. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's budget deck tech. Seems pretty interesting. This is for a fellow subscriber, so I hope you like it. Stay tuned for more Magic the Gathering videos coming your way.